Greetings, I'm Caffeine Rage, and welcome back to the Sunday Sampler. This week we're taking a look at Clustertruck, a first-person platformer by Landfall Games and published by tinyBuild. And yeah, there's a reason why platformers aren't typically in first person, and this game brings some new issues to the table. So let's go ahead and just jump right in while we talk. Before we do, there are abilities that you can unlock by getting what's called style points by doing the levels. I'm going to be using the double jump ability just to make things a little easier on myself, but there are other things that unfortunately I don't have the points to get just yet. But I did want to show off the screen first. Okay, let's go ahead and hit play. Unfortunately, I'm playing this before the game actually releases, so there's no custom levels right now, so it's just the campaign. This game does promise to support the Steam Workshop with user created and shared levels, and there is the level editor in this version right now, but it's a little wonky and has crashed my game a couple times. Granted, I am using pre-release code, so your mileage may vary when it finally releases. Let's go ahead and do level 1. And I immediately fail. Do I not have my double jump? Guess not. Okay, let's try that again. It's very easy to turn off your abilities and not realize it. Okay, but what was I talking about with... Oh, alright, there you go. With the problems of first-person platforming. It is that it's very hard to be precise when it comes to first-person platforming. Oh, I got enough style points to unlock a new ability. We'll do that later, though. But because you don't have the spatial awareness of third person, or able to see yourself, you're relying on looking away from where you're actively jumping to be able to tell what the hell is going on. Oh, yeah, I got a little too fast for that one. And what was I talking about? I mentioned that the game brings its own unique problems to the first-person platforming genre. Mainly what I'm talking about is the fact that the levels can be very random, to the point that some of them can be unbeatable. Well, particularly one coming up. I'll show it to you when we get there. And I really hate to be hating on the game because it isn't terrible. It's one of the better first-person platformers, but it's still... Yeah, right there I wasn't able to make the turn quite right. Yeah, and there you go. I'm just missing that because I'm not able to really keep an eye on what I'm doing. And that one went out from under me. Yeah, it's very, very frustrating that this is first person. If this was third person, where you would actually be able to see a bit more, then I wouldn't have really any problems with this. Well, outside of the randomness of levels, but that's beside the point. Matter of fact, I think this is overshot. I think this is one of the levels that can be... no, this isn't one of them. Oh. Right there, I lost all my momentum because of a block of, from the wall. So, I gotta watch for those. And there we go. It's just one of those things that... It sounds like a good idea on paper, but the thing is that first-person platforming is very tough to get right. Like, right there, I can quite make the jump. Oh. Yeah, I'm actually practiced this a bit, so I'm making it look a little bit easier than what it really is. But it can be very frustrating. Like, right there. The truck goes right out from under me. There's a case of having to know the level a little bit too much. Oh, this is one of those that can be completely unbeatable if you're unlucky. Because the oncoming trucks, you have to kind of just wait and see what trucks actually make it through. Like, oh, yeah. And that's my main problem with this game, is just, it's not that fun trying to beat a level that is otherwise unbeatable. Or maybe more beatable if I was a higher level and had extra abilities. Like, let's see. Yeah, just wait to see what happens. They got too far away. Typically what happens is there's a group that comes down on the right, but that isn't always the case. Oh, at the time they're going way off to the right. That isn't always the case though, so this is one of those levels that can be extremely frustrating. Ah, damn. Wait to see what happens. And level failed because I got cut off. And that's why I was talking about the level being very random. Like, see, that time those trucks over there would make it. But unfortunately I didn't get on them, so. Oh. Yeah. This is just what really pisses me off about the game. It's just the randomness of it. And maybe it's just, you know, me not enjoying the lol random ha ha ha. But if you're going to make a tough platformer, make it fucking consistent. Like this time, I was able to get on these and, well, I was able to complete it. Oh, just a jump, and then I missed my landing. And I think I missed a takeoff there. I just ran off the edge of the truck, but it's very hard to tell because you can't see your feet. I mean, there's no way to really tell how close you are to the edge, and there was a level later on that I was hitting a bar going across the level that was passing under my camera, but it was striking my character. But because I couldn't see how far my character extends down, I didn't know how far I would have to jump up. Yeah, it's just one of those things that I wish this was in third person because I would enjoy it a lot more. So, besides my problems with first-person platforming in general and the randomness of the levels, I'm just going too fast now. Having to know the levels in order to really try to progress is something that kind of turns me off. I'd like to have a shot at completing the level. Yeah. Yeah, that time, that level I think was unbeatable. Just because of the clusterfuck that was going on. And right there I missed the landing because I can't tell where I'm landing. Oh, and there's no trucks. Yeah, there's really no way of knowing what you're going to get into until you're already there. Or maybe it's some spatial awareness that you develop over time. But I just don't want to spend that time to get into the game. Like right here. Ugh. Yeah, if I was on the truck to the left, I would have completed that level. Unfortunately, I was to the right. Art style is very simple, but yeah, it's serviceable. Oh. I mean, it gets the job done. It's nothing to write home about, and the music does convey the fast-paced nature of the game. I keep missing my landing because I can't tell exactly where I'm landing. I could glance down, but then I lose all perspective of, you know, where I'm aiming for. Well, let's see. There will be. I mentioned Twitch integration, I think, but there's no indication of just if there's modifiers, because it's going to use the Twitch voting system to apply modifiers to the game. If that will be available as single-player modes as well, or if that's going to be Twitch only. This feels very much like YouTube bait, though. You know, just a very random game to add on to your channel. And maybe that's why I'm turned off by it. Damn. I at least wanted to get through all these worlds, or all these levels. I've only gotten through the first level, or through the first world, and most of the way through the second one, before just getting too frustrated to really deal with it anymore. Yeah, I think that's about all we really need to see. So, in conclusion, if you want a very random platformer, especially a first-person one, then this would be the game for you. But otherwise, if you want a serious platformer that offers you a fair challenge, then you may want to look elsewhere or pick this up on sale. Damn. This game releases on September 27th at $14.99. If you pre-order it, which I don't suggest you do, it's 20% off, bringing it down to $11.99, and that's only until the release date. Yeah, very random. It can be very frustrating just because of the nature of first-person platforming. I mean, I just don't enjoy it. I know, another tinyBuild game that I could enjoy parts of, but the whole game just is lost on me. Usually for one particular mechanic, and this time it's just the first-person nature of the game. But that has been Clustertruck. A good example of why first-person platforming doesn't work all that well. Damn it. Yeah, I'll see you next time.